Hi everyone, and thanks very much for joining me on drsue.ca. I've got a real treat for you today. I'm actually at the University of Copenhagen catching up on a week of research, and joining me today is Sanne Poulsen, who is a PhD student working on a very interesting project about a new diet called the new Nordic Diet. She's actually also my office mate. I've been sharing an office with her again this week, living like the old times last year. Sanne, tell us a little bit about the new Nordic Diet study.
Well, it's a dietary intervention study, so we are going to test two different diets. What is the new Nordic diet, and we are comparing it against the average Danish diet. So what are the average Dane doing today?
Okay.
So it's a dietary intervention study for 6 months.
Okay.
So we are going to enroll 200 participants. So for half a year, or 6 months, they're going to eat a specific diet, either the new Nordic diet or the average Danish diet.
Interesting. And we're actually sitting in the supermarket right now, which is in the Research Institute, where patients shop for 6 months. So whether they're getting the new Nordic diet or the typical Danish diet, they get all of their food from here. So it's a pretty impressive setup. Now, what sort of health outcomes are you looking at?
Well, we are mostly interested in body weight and the body composition. So if people lose weight, either eating the new Nordic diet or eating the average Danish diet. And of course the body composition, so if they lose weight, do they lose fat mass or do they lose lean body mass or muscle tissue? And we are also interested in risk factors for metabolic syndrome, so that's diabetes and cardiovascular diseases.
Okay, so blood sugars, blood pressure, that sort of thing.
Yes, cholesterol for instance, and triglycerides.
Okay, and can you give us a couple of examples of what sorts of foods are in the new Nordic diet?
Yeah. Well, the new Nordic diet, of course, it's based on Nordic products, so products or food that we can cultivate here in the Nordic countries. So that's, for instance, whole grain, and of course, here in the Nordic countries, there will be rye and barley and oats.
Love the rye bread.
So yeah, a lot of rye bread and a lot of oats, oat flakes, and of course, a lot of fruit and a lot of berries. We have wild berries in the forests, so a lot of berries, blueberries and cranberries.
And why have you decided to test the new Nordic diet? What is it about other diets that don't work that maybe might work with the new Nordic diet?
Well, of course, we want to prevent obesity. That's the main part of it. But we have tried to test the Mediterranean diet, and when we did that, the compliance with the subjects dropped.
Okay, so people weren't as interested in sticking with the Mediterranean diet.
Yeah, and it was difficult to them to include, for instance, on the oil, on the olive oil, on the pulses, and it's not typical Danish to eat those kind of things.
Okay.
So it was rare for them, so the compliance, it dropped.
Okay.
So of course we hope that with the Nordic diet, it's foodstuff that people know and are used to eat.
Yeah, they would enjoy.
We hope so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, we're very interested to see what the results of this study show. It's just started up this week, so Sanne, do keep me posted.
I will, of course.
Thanks a lot, everyone. drsue.ca.